Capote in Kansas. This is a kind of an old book. And I got this because this is some of Chris Samnee's first work. And Chris Samnee as an artist is one of my favorite out there. He's got, I call him like the modern Alex Toth because he plays with, of course, just simple figures and lighting in a way that, and angles in a way that Alex Toth used to do back in the day. And as you can see, he has these like kind of almost impressionistic strokes. I don't know how to describe this very well. But it forms very cool objects when you look at it, and it's a very different way of doing things. And I think there's very few people who have styles like this at the end of the day. This is about a murder. And so there was a murder in Kansas back in the day, a long time ago. And there was a book that came out of it, and this guy Capote was writing that book. And so it's about a novelist who goes out to investigate this Kansas town and kind of learns who he is, learns lessons on life and death, learns how to like interact with people from a New Yorker going out to like a countryside sort of thing over the course of the way. It's a really interesting way he looks at this. And he's actually good friends with the lady who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird. And so she actually weaves in and out of this book as well. Now, as you can see, like the art's beautiful, very compelling storyline. As he's researching into this, he gets to know the killers because he gets to talk to them. We actually see their executions at the end of it. So it can get a little bit gruesome through here as this goes on. And he starts off pretty cold, and then he gets to like really know this Kansas town and really understand them as it goes through. Look at this one, the use of the shadow, and then how he's suddenly in the light here as he's coming to an epiphany about what's going on. What a wonderful artistic representation of this sort of thing. Like I said, Samnee is really one of the best artists out there who doesn't get enough credit, in my honest opinion. I love his work so much. So the character, I didn't look this up in real life, but the character in here is a homosexual at the end of the day, and so there is a little bit of that that gets woven into here as well. So definitely don't put this in front of kids or anything like that. But I think it is a historical account, so I think that's probably true about the author of this in this instance. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have put that in there. But you can look that up for yourself. Overall, very quick read. As you can see, there's the dialogue's a little bit sparse through it, and it really relies on letting Samnee's art breathe, which I appreciate because that's what I wanted to see. Compelling story because this does talk about the writing of the book In Cold Blood, where he actually goes into the mind of the killers out in Kansas and deals with this and actually sympathizes with one of them at the end, which is kind of interesting too. I've never read that book before, but that was a huge book and it was a huge bestseller. And this is kind of the history of how that came to be made when it was. So 9 out of 10 from me. Really classic stuff and pretty cool. Hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment down below with what you think, and we'll be back soon.